God's warning to Pashhur. Now Pashhur the son of Immer, the priest who was also appointed governor in the house of the Lord, heard Jeremiah prophesying these words. He struck him and cast him into the stockade by the gate of the house set apart near the house of the Lord. Later, Pashhur brought Jeremiah out of the stockade, and Jeremiah said to him, "The Lord does not call your name Pashhur, but emigrant. For thus says the Lord, behold, I will give you and all your friends as an emigrant in a foreign land. They shall fall by the sword of their enemies, and your eyes shall see it. I will give you and all Judah into the hands of the king of Babylon. They shall deport them as immigrants and cut them with their swords. For I shall give all the strength of the city, all its labors and its treasures of the kings of Judah, into the hands of its enemies. They will carry them to Babylon. You, and all who dwell in your house, shall go in captivity to Babylon. There you shall die and be buried, you and all your friends to whom you prophesied lies. Jeremiah is despised. O Lord, you deceived me, and I was deceived. You seized me and prevailed. I am a laughing stock, for every day I am mocked continually. Since I laugh with my bitter word, I will call upon faithlessness and misery, for the word of the Lord has become a disgrace to me, and a joke each of my days. Then I said, I will not name the name of the Lord, nor speak any more in his name. But his word was like a burning fire in my bones. I am weakened on all sides and no longer able to bear it. For I heard the censure of many who gathered round, saying, Let us and all the men who are his friends confront and conspire against him. Let us observe his intention and see if he can be deceived, for we will prevail against him and be avenged on him. But the Lord was with me as a mighty warrior. Therefore they persecuted me, but were unable to discern anything they could use against me. They were greatly ashamed, for they did not understand their dishonor, which will never be forgotten. O Lord, you who approve righteous acts, who understand the minds and hearts, may I see your vengeance upon them. For I revealed my defense before you. Sing to the Lord, sing praises to him, for he delivers the soul of the poor from the hand of those who are evil. Cursed be the day I was born, the day my mother bore me. Let it not be longed for. Cursed be the man who brought the good news to my father, saying, A boy has been born to you. Let that man be as these cities the Lord destroyed in anger, and did not regret it. Let them hear crying in early morning and lamentation at noon, because he did not kill me in the womb of my mother, and because my mother did not become my tomb, and her womb an unending conception. Why is it I came forth from her womb, to look upon hardships and sufferings, and to remain in shame all my days? God spurns Jerusalem. The word came from the Lord to Jeremiah, when King Zedekiah sent to him Pashhur, the son of Melchiah, and Zephaniah the son of Maaseiah, the priest. They said to him, Inquire of the Lord for us, for the king of Babylon besieges us. If the Lord will act according to all his wonderful works, and the king will depart from us. Jeremiah said to them, Thus you shall say to Zedekiah, king of Judah, Thus says the Lord, Behold, I turn back your weapons of war to gather them in the midst of the city. Weapons with which you wage war against the Chaldeans, who shut you in from outside the wall. For I will fight against you with an outstretched hand and a powerful arm, with anger and wrath and with great provocation. I will strike all the inhabitants of the city, men and cattle, with a great death. Indeed they shall die. After this, says the Lord, I will deliver Zedekiah king of Judah, his servants, and the people left in the city from death and from famine and sword, into the hands of their enemies who seek their lives. They shall cut them down with the edge of the sword. I shall not spare them nor have compassion upon them. Now you shall say to this people, Thus says the Lord, Behold, I set before you the way of life and the way of death. He who remains in this city shall die by sword and famine, but he who goes out to the Chaldeans who shut you in, he shall live. His life shall be as booty to him, and he shall live. For I have set my face against the city for calamities and not for good things. It shall be given into the hands of the king of Babylon, and he shall burn it with fire. A word to the house of David. O house of the king of Judah, hear the word of the Lord. O house of David, thus says the Lord, bring about judgment early in the morning, and act uprightly, and deliver him who is plundered from the hand of the one who wrongs him, lest my wrath be kindled like fire, that shall burn with no one to quench it. Behold, I am against you who dwell in the valley of Sor, in the plain, who say, who will terrify us? Or, who shall enter our dwelling? For I will kindle a fire in its woods, and it shall devour all things round about it. Thus says the Lord, go down to the house of the king of Judah, and there you shall speak this word, and you shall say, hear the word of the Lord, O king of Judah, you who sit on the throne of David, you and your house and your people, and those who enter these gates. Thus says the Lord, bring about judgment and righteousness, and rescue the plundered from the hand of the one who wrongs him. Do not oppress and act ungodly toward the resident alien, the orphan, or the widow. Do not shed innocent blood in this place. For if you will indeed perform this word, there shall enter through the gates of this house kings who sit on the throne of David. They shall ride on horses and in chariots, they, their servants, and their people. But if you do not perform these words I myself have sworn, says the Lord, this house shall become a desolation. For thus says the Lord concerning the house of the king of Judah, you are Gilead to me, the head of Lebanon. Yet I will surely make you as a wilderness, and your cities shall not be inhabited. I will bring against you a man who destroys with his two-edged axe, and they shall cut down your choice cedars and cast them into the fire. Then nations will pass through this city, and each will say to his neighbor, why has the Lord done so to this great city? They will answer, because they forsook the covenant of the Lord their God, and worshipped foreign gods and served them. Weep not for the dead, neither lament. Weep bitterly for him who goes away, for he shall return no more to see his native land. Notes from the previous page. 19:9 The sin of cannibalism was later confessed by the people of Judah, 731, Barak 2:3. 20:1 Pashhur, a priest and the first civil authority to try to coerce Jeremiah into giving false prophecy. 20:7-18 This is the song of complaint that Jeremiah offers to God from prison. Although tempted to neglect his call as a prophet, Jeremiah cannot help but act on it. v9. 20:13 A burst of exaltation in the midst of depression. Jeremiah exemplifies the attitude of hope found among martyrs. In facing evil persecution, the saints were always aware of the overwhelming power and authority of God. 20:15 Who brought the good news? This is the same concept as expressed in the NT. When a boy was born, that is, the gospel. 20:17 Unending conception. Jeremiah wishes that his mother had simply carried his fetus with her to the grave. 21:1 Pashhur, a priest, a different Pashhur from the one mentioned in 20:1. 21:2 King of Babylon, although rarely named in the LXX, Nebuchadnezzar is the one referred to. 21:8 The declaration of two paths of life and death was to remind Israel they had abandoned the law, which also set forth these two ways for the people of Israel, Deuteronomy 30:15. 21:13 Sarach, the same people who were the recipients of Ezekiel's prophecy in Ezekiel 26.